Hey man, I want y'all to watch this video with me, and I want y'all to see exactly what they said Jeffrey Epstein been doing, especially with this topic that we're gonna cover today about inside Jeffrey Epstein's global network of models. Now, I want everybody to know a lot of names was mentioned in this, and a lot of names was redacted out of the whole situation. Like, it was redacted out of the paperwork that explained what went down on that island. Now, we're gonna break it right down. We're gonna play this video from Sidebar so y'all can get a feel and a touch of where we going with this. And I want everybody to hit the like button as soon as you come in the building. And if you're a fan of any one of the people who was actually named on that list, man, I'm sorry for you, man. And I'm sorry that this had to occur under these circumstances.
Now, we know that Epstein was known on the surface as this wealth financier, and one of his top clients for nearly 2 decades was Wexner, the founder of L Brands, which is the parent company of Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works. Reportedly, Epstein's financial influence extended beyond just standard asset management with this guy. He also had power of attorney over Wexner's personal finances and assets, including real estate and a private plane. That's according to a power of attorney legal document that we reviewed. But the 2019 expose from the New York Times reveals that while Epstein was involved with Wexner's finances, he allegedly, on at least one occasion back in 1997, posed as a Victoria's Secret talent scout and lured model Alicia Arden into his Santa Monica hotel room, where the report alleges he attempted to sexually assault her. Now, Wexner's business and personal ties to Epstein reportedly came to an end at around 2007. That was a key period of time. Remember, this was following Epstein's first wave of sex crimes involving minors. Remember, in 2008, he entered into that sweetheart deal where he avoided federal charges, pled guilty to Florida charges of solicitation of prostitution, including with a minor. But going back to Leslie Wexner, that is apparently around that time when his team discovered that Epstein was also reportedly misappropriating Wexner's funds. According to Wexner's statement to the Wexner Foundation, this misappropriation involved vast sums of family money, some of which were later recovered, and some of which the statement says had been channeled into charitable foundations controlled by Epstein. It was later announced in 2020 that Wexner would be stepping down as CEO of the company, transitioning to chairman emeritus. This is following a decline in sales. Some have speculated maybe that was due in part to his connection, his ties to Jeffrey Epstein. And by the way, in 2020, L Brands announced a deal to sell a majority stake in Victoria's Secret to Sycamore Partners, though that transaction was later terminated. Now, I do want to add that Wexner actually gave a deposition in the Epstein probe last month where he denied any knowledge or involvement in Epstein's alleged sex trafficking activity. We did an entire episode on Sidebar on this deposition, so if you want to take a look, it's up right now on Long Crime's YouTube channel. And to be clear though, with Leslie Wexner, he hasn't been officially implicated in a crime. There's neither concrete evidence that he knew about what Epstein was allegedly a part of, and he hasn't been charged with a crime. But Epstein's connections to the modeling world span much further than his dealings with Leslie Wexner. In fact, he helped fund a modeling agency called MC2 Model Management. It's founded in the early 2000s by French model scout Jean-Luc Brunel, who is a character that we've talked many times regarding the Epstein saga. He was later accused of sexual abuse, implicated in multiple civil suits. Now, included in the latest batch of Epstein files is this document related to a lawsuit from 2023 between the U.S. Virgin Islands and JP Morgan Chase surrounding Epstein's apparent criminal activity, okay? And in that filing, JP Morgan Chase agrees that they approved a $1 million standby letter of credit in Epstein's name to support a loan to MC2 Model Management in 2005. Now, the agency represented big-name clients like Nordstrom, Macy's, Neiman Marcus.
And that's like, it's kind of like out of hand at this point, because it's a lot of people who shop at these places, and it's a lot of people who actually go out and they like these stores that they're naming in this video. Epstein, he had a lot going on, but no one has proof that Epstein did any of this. They only have the emails of Epstein saying this. Like, we know for a fact certain things that went down leading up to his arrest. It made it to where everybody started coming out and saying things about things that they saw at his parties, things that they saw on his island. Now, it's a lot of things that they said actually did happen, and that's crazy that that had to happen, and my condolences out to that family and everybody who was involved in that. But I want y'all to know this is a sad situation, and we're gonna actually see and take a deep dive into how Epstein was running everything. So I want you guys to stay tuned.
Saks Fifth Avenue operating primarily out of New York and Miami, with models recruited internationally. But when it comes to the talent that MC2 apparently scouted out, you have these newly surfaced emails, these correspondence and statements from accusers that suggest that while some of the girls and women were presented under the guise of legitimate modeling work, many were seemingly funneled into environments where Epstein and perhaps his associates could allegedly exploit them sexually. And this is where Daniel Siad comes in. So Siad is apparently a Swedish modeling scout who was commissioned under Brunel to find new talent for MC2. But he also appears in the Epstein files nearly, 1,000, 2,000 times? One of those mentions comes from an email sent by Stan Pottinger, a lawyer for several Epstein victims. Here's what he apparently said in a 2016 message to a New York district prosecutor detailing information that was received from Brunel. From Stan Pottinger, May 3rd, 2016, 12:02 p.m. Subject, forward, contact info, Daniel Siad from Brunel. Yesterday I spoke of Daniel Siad, whom Jean-Luc Brunel describes as a scout or recruiter of girls and or women for J. Epstein. Attached to this incoming email from Brunel is the contact information he has for Siad. Best regards, Stan. Now, while this email was sent in 2016, you had conversations between Epstein and Siad that related to model recruitment that span much further back. I mean, here's one of those conversations from 2009 to give you an idea. May 14th, 2009, 6:56 a.m. Daniel Siad apparently writes, I try to chat with Live, but you not answering. I'm trying to get to pay my fees to Slovakia, TCCK, Republic, and Poland, and Hungary to spend the month of June and July scouting in small villages before the summer vacations. I will make you a great surprise when you come to Paris. My best regards, Daniel. And then you see Epstein apparently right back to Siad. How much, $, how much money? The response from Siad appears to be, hello Jeffrey, I've been traveling with train and bus, and sometimes we have to take taxi sometime. I have to invite the parents for lunch or cafe. I have some girls already who are there waiting for me, like in Poland, and I have to give them some money. So it's going to be not less than 4,000 euro right now. Poland city named Krakow, Slovakia is the right place to be. I have already one ladies waiting for me to see more than 45 models, city named Koski or Lumak. Then I will be traveling to Budapest. I will send you a full report in every city that I was. Most of the girls I find here are already with different agencies. I like when I do a real scouting, and beside I have this camera, it's very helpful. Voila, let me know what you think. My warmest regards, Daniel. Now, you can speculate that this back and forth between Epstein and Siad was related strictly to modeling recruitment, but the fact that he says, I'll make you a great surprise when you come to Paris, leads to a few questions, right? Does that surprise have to do with women, girls, in what capacity? Don't know for sure. Also, when Siad says, I like when I do a real scouting, no idea what that means, makes a lot of people wonder what that means. But here's another back and forth between Epstein and Siad in a Skype message exchange from 2016. Siad apparently says, call me if you have time. I am in Barcelona with amazing beauty. Call me back. I meet today also. Epstein seemingly replies, Skype name? This one is prettier and sweeter. Siad seemingly replies the next day, yes, like style, very sweet. She hasn't been around, may not be worth it to put in the fashion industry. Sorry, her full name is... And Epstein replies to Siad, call me. Now, again, this conversation could be purely surrounding legitimate modeling purposes. But the way they describe this, right, they describe women or girls in question, makes you wonder if there were other purposes for recruitment. That could be an allegation, we don't know for sure. But here's another example of similar correspondence from 2017 that I want to call out. Now, Siad, who attaches a photo of a redacted email, says, cute French girl in Marrakesh, 22 years old.
And they dropping all the receipts, and hey, look, it's interesting.
I took some picture of I know her for 4 years. She said that she is happy to meet you. Her name is redacted. Right now she works as boutique chef in Champs-Élysées. And on the following page is more images of what appears to be the same woman in a different setting. And Epstein then replies, cute. Now 2 days later he writes again, all good? To which Siad seemingly replies, when would you like to come to visit Marrakesh? I can organize amazing casting and great place to stay, private house. If you would like to stay at Mandarin Oriental, the owner is a very good friend of mine, Nasser El Kabash. It's difficult to take pictures. The best is to organize a casting. I just meet a friend of mine. She has been scouting for a long time. She is interested to open an agency with me, also to work on Fashion Week project in Marrakesh. Sending you my warmest regards. Thank you for everything. And this is to which Epstein seemingly replies, late September when the weather is nicer, and Siad seemingly responds back, okay. You have another standout mention from the conversations between these two, has to do with asking about the age of these women being recruited. So here are two conversations, starting with one from 2012. So you have this one on Thursday, January 19th, 2012 at 3:38 p.m. Daniel Siad writes, hello again, here are the pictures of that I'm trying to place in New York. My best regards, Daniel. Epstein writes back, have you seen her? How old is she? Response back, I speak with her almost every day. Throw SK, she is 20 years old. She is very sweet and shy right now, is with her there in Germany. She's sending warmest regards. I don't know, very sweet and shy. Not exactly sure if that's, necessarily what modeling scouts are looking for when assessing new talent. Maybe not, personality matters. But I do want to move on to this other conversation from 2014, okay? August 27th, 2014, Jeffrey Epstein seemingly writes, question mark, and Daniel Siad seemingly writes back, and she cooler than Daniel Siad. Epstein writes back, age? Response back, 26, but she look 18. Very interesting pers. I'm assuming here means person. Now, while some of these emails involve women of legal age, you have other emails directly seemingly referencing minors. For example, in 2014, Siad appears to note in an exchange that there are girls 16 and 17, and even July 19, 2014, Epstein writes, I understand that most or many of the girls are either gone to Saint-Tropez or holiday, too late. I will now come end of August instead. Hope you are well. Daniel Siad writes back, who said that? You supposed to be here, Jeffrey? I have few still here, really disappointed. This is not the first time you promised to come and you changed the plans. Have a great summer. Epstein writes back, I can send to see them if you like. I only wish you well. Siad seemingly responds, I had two girls from Sweden, Slovakian, two French, and the Russian, with whom you spoke, and a beautiful Chinese named Star that introduced Swedish, and then Slovakian, booked for them ticket and hotel. Wendy is helping me a lot when needed. I don't see what can help me with. Next time, make sure that you are here before I organize anything. Have a great summer. I am on my way back tomorrow to Stockholm. What about this one? July 20th, 2014. You have Epstein writing, I will reimburse you, of course, for any expenses. Let's Skype. Please send me the details of the girls' names, etc. As you recall, the last few times that I did come, things did not work out, and I was very understanding. I value your friendship and hope this did not cause you too much trouble. Response back, again seemingly from Siad, is, I am a positive person, that's my ground. I keep on with positive energies and I have lots of respect for you. You have been always sincere with me. I lose some credibility from these girls, but there are millions of them out there. I paid their tickets and hotel for those Swedish age 21 and 22 and the Slovakian 22. The Swedish decided to go to Ibiza. Slovakian is going back tomorrow. The French girl from Strasbourg went back this afternoon, even was coming for Switzerland for 3 days. The Russian girl has canceled her fly. I wanted to make for you a great surprise. It didn't work this time. I really hope that it worked next time. In this business, I feel like fishermen, sometime one catch quick, sometime no fish. I really did good work for scouting in Scandinavia. Most of them will be ready to start with to tomorrow. At least 5 of them, 16 and 17, will be ready for next year, but I can't.
See, and that's where they mess up at, because they going out scouting for these girls and then they knowing how old they are and they still trying it. Man, it's a sad situation, and this is sad that this even happened to these victims. I want everybody to let me know down in the comment section your opinion. How do you feel about what Jeffrey Epstein and the rest of them did? And do you think that Jeffrey Epstein, this whole case and the files gonna get leaked? Do you think that the rest of the files gonna get leaked other than these text messages and emails? Man, this sad, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to Celebrity Hip Hop Gossip.